Hey guys, Dave here at Waldor again, and thanks for joining us again for this week's offerings. I want to thank all you guys for scooping up all those great plants for the last couple weeks. This week we got some new great stuff fresh off the potting bench. I was busy yesterday making some divisions. Looking forward to a great 4th of July weekend, and fortunately we're heading out a little early. I didn't quite get to list all the stuff I wanted to list this week, but we're going to have a bunch of stuff coming the next couple weeks, so keep an eye on it. Now you know Thursday afternoons I'm going to be listing some stuff, so you can kind of keep an eye on it. I think some people already scooped some divisions this week, so kudos for you guys for being on it. I don't know how and why, but you keep an eye on it. We appreciate you. So this week I'm going to talk about just a couple plants. Cattleya Zip Linwood, one of our favorite plants. This is Tenebrosa by Milleri. So you can see beautiful, robust plant, super sturdy, maybe about 18 inches tall or so. Gets a tall stem on it. Bright, like deep red flowers with a purple lip, and the color combination is just awesome. So Cattleya Zip Linwood, hardly ever put this plant up for sale. I cut up our big plant, made a couple divisions, so be sure to grab Cattleya Zip if that's something you're into. On the short and compact side, this is called Lynn and Allen, and it's called Jean's Flare. This is a compact plant. You can see pseudobulb's only about maybe 5 inches tall. The whole plant's maxing out about 8 inches tall. This is the bigger chunk. This is a couple leads. There's a couple smaller pieces too this week. This is such a charming plant. You should really go and check out the flower color on this thing. This is, like I said, a pretty small plant, but the flowers are probably about 3 inches or so. So nice big flower, really great color. So check that out. You can see I even got a picture of the big plant before I cut it on the website. You can see what it'll grow into. But really compact growth habit. This is 7 bulbs. And you can see I can wrap my fingers around it. So it's really compact, which means you get a great plant in a relatively small pot. So check out the Lynn and Allen this week. That's a great little compact mini. And speaking of compact minis, this is a super cool little plant. This is Brassophronites. I know we use Sanders. I can't argue with this. Edna variety Summit. This plant was made in 1962. And you can see very compact, maybe about 8 inches tall again. I think this is about 10 bulbs, multiple leads, and probably go into about maybe a 3.5 inch pot, maybe a 4-inch pot, depending on what you want to pot that in. Was just virus tested, virus free. This is variety Summit, and actually comes from the famous Walkerana right here in New Jersey, one of the oldest orchid farms in the country. So very cool little plant. These open orange, kind of color change, a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow in them sometimes. Free flowering, can bloom anytime through the year. So great little compact plant if you're into that compact plant stuff. If you're not really into compact, we've also got a big chunk of a Walkerana this week. This is Janette. This was awarded, I'm gonna test my memory now. I'm gonna cheat, see if I got it on the label. I don't, but I think it was actually back in the 80s. So darker color form. We got 4 bulbs, double lead here. Nice chunky plant, standing, I guess about 24, 26, 28 inches tall. But a nice chunk of plant of a nice Walkerana this week. We got some really great other plants too, including this week we started something, and we're going to continue this next week, offering a bunch of walkerianas. So there's, these come from Brazil. Beautiful compact plants. They grow. They have a sort of a funny growth pattern on them. This one's not shown really well. I probably picked a bad example, but these get what's called a vestigial growth, which means they'll put up a leafed growth, but then they flower off a separate growth. So a lot of times you get a lot of extra bulbs in the pot. The plants can look a little bit sloppy sometimes, but that's just how it grows. Walkeriana? Yeah, Walkeriana, like walker right out of the pot. This is actually our FCC Waldor. We just listed a couple pieces of this. Great, huge flower. This was a 12 centimeter flower, and awarded in, I believe it was 2008, 90 points, and it was the first FCC since Orchid Glade got an FCC in 1965. So you're talking over 40 years to get another FCC on the Walkerana. There's been, I think, a couple since. But this is a great flower, big flower. Now, you'll notice on there that a lot of these are pendentive breeding. I do my best to explain that in the listings. Some people say pendentive is or isn't. Some people say it definitely is. Some people say it isn't. I stay out of the controversy, don't really care. We do mark it on the tag because we want you to know what you're getting. So look at the listings carefully. Also look carefully because we grow these really hard. Walkerana likes a strong rest period. They need lots and lots of sunlight starting in November. These grow in deciduous trees, and they're up in the top of the tree. So when that leaf defoliate or the trees defoliate in the fall, they're getting just about full sun in Brazil. So they're getting lots and lots of sun during the wintertime. A little bit hard to replicate sometimes here. So really need super bright light to grow these well. A greenhouse is really suggested. If you're up here in the Northeast, it can be a little bit of a struggle. And as a commercial grower, the plants, they get just a little sloppy for us, so we're clearing a whole bunch of them out. So prices are really, really good. We're actually selling a lot of the walkers, we're selling it less than what we would actually list them for typically. I'm just looking to clear a bunch out, kind of reduce the collection down, just because I don't think it's something that we want to grow a lot of going forward. So I'm just keeping a few pieces and selling off some of these big chunks. So check this week, and then also next week we'll also have some more of these listed. So keep an eye on that. It's going to be some good times. So really appreciate you guys watching. Go check out the website, and we appreciate y'all. Have a great day.